The most powerful man in Iran has been killed. So why is this war still going? And why hasn't the regime in Iran collapsed?
We will not stop until we achieve our objectives.
Iran will not surrender its sovereignty.
The hardest hits are yet to come.
To understand what comes next and why many fear this war could drag on for a long time, you first need to understand how power in Iran works and how the entire system has been set up to survive both external and internal threats. When Iran's new leaders came to power after the 1979 revolution, they took the lessons they'd learned during that revolution to build a convoluted system of government so that no revolution could ever happen again.
Iran's number one priority has always been about its own survival, more so than taking care of its people. Survival is number one.
There are three key elements to break down here, so let's start at the top with the supreme leader. Iran is a theocracy, where a religious leader with ultimate authority rules as the representative of God. The supreme leader commands the armed forces, influences the courts, and has the final say on all major decisions. In other authoritarian regimes, you could see the death of a leader like this sparking chaos and collapse.
Muammar Gaddafi is dead. The Libyan revolution is now over.
But this system in Iran is built around an ideology, not a person. Under the Supreme Leader sits the Guardian Council, a group of 12 religious and legal experts that have the power to veto laws and the election of disloyal politicians. The Guardian Council also approves the people who appoint the Supreme Leader. And if you're wondering who appoints the Guardian Council, well, half come directly from the Supreme Leader, and the other half are appointed by someone who's also directly appointed by the Supreme Leader. All of this ensures the entire system of government is virtually a closed loop that prevents any genuine change. Inside Iran, opposition figures don't really get a chance to grow before they can build a movement.
One of the things that the Islamic regime has done is to marginalize or wipe out all form of oppositions.
Iran is regularly ranked as one of the most repressive and least democratic places on earth.
People who are charismatic, who are organizers, who can appeal to the crowd, they neutralizes them either by eliminating them or putting them in prison for many, many years.
Because the regime is a theocracy, leaders can justify this by framing criticism of the system as criticism of God, a crime that can carry the death penalty. And the regime has eyes everywhere.
They have ideological bureaus in all the institutions, factories, schools, universities. They are just watching people and reporting.
You cannot even imagine how scary they are. We are just trying to protect our beloved ones. That's it.
This is a big reason why one of the only leaders protesters inside Iran seem to be calling for, the son of the former monarch, is someone that hasn't set foot in Iran since his family fled in 1979. From exile, he's been an outspoken critic of the regime.
This regime that has literally waged military war against its own people.
Now, a turning point in revolutions often comes when the military switches sides or puts down their weapons.
It was the army here who eventually gave the people their victory, throwing down their weapons and joining them on Wednesday.
Yes, we are with the people.
This was a crucial lesson that the regime's leaders learned from the '79 revolution.
The military chiefs suddenly withdrew their support from Bakhtiar and proclaimed their neutrality, leaving the government to Khomeini's provisional regime.
So they created an entirely separate security force, the IRGC, purely to protect the regime and its ideology. Today, the IRGC far outweighs Iran's regular army and has massive political and economic influence.
It is the most powerful organization inside the country.
A mega corporation. They own private properties, companies, they have their own factories.
IRGC members aren't just loyal because of ideology, they also get special privileges and economic benefits. Another strong motivator to stay loyal is fear. Members of the IRGC have been responsible for the imprisonment, torture and killing of civilians, and may fear that they could face the same fate that the old order did after the '79 revolution, when thousands were executed.
They see their survival very much dependent on the survival of the regime.
So, what comes next? For President Trump, this is already an unpopular war most Americans didn't want.
I voted for no new wars. That's what I voted for.
The longer the war continues and the more casualties on the US side, the harder it is going to be for Trump to maintain the support.
Many expect the regime in Iran to hunker down, hoping the US and Israel decide that weakening the regime instead of changing it completely is enough to claim victory.
There's a big question mark whether President Trump is going to have the appetite, the interest to stay in this.
Inside Iran, critics of the regime fear the US may just cut a deal with those already in power, and that the brutal crackdowns and oppression will continue.
At the end of it, it's not clear that the Iranian people are going to have a better government. They are very likely to experience a lot of devastation and destruction.
Beyond all of this, there are fears that the fighting will continue to escalate and spread. Many more civilians will die, and Iran, a state of more than 90 million people, could completely collapse.